So what brings me here to this beautiful sun-kissed beach here in northern Italy, Finale Ligure to be exact? Well, back in May, I wanted to race the 24-hour solo finale endurance race, but because of work commitments, it just wasn't on the cards and I couldn't do it. But then this showed up, the brand new Garmin Edge 1040 Solar, and it got my creative juices flowing. Garmin threw down the gauntlet saying I couldn't outlast the battery in it. And you know what I said? Challenge accepted. So with that, I needed to think of somewhere where the weather was good, the venue was stunning, and the riding was amazing, which leads me to where we are now. With a claimed battery life of up to 45 hours, this is a proper bonkers mission and far exceeds potentially anything I've done so far. And because of this, I've even drafted in the missus then to try and help keep me on the straight and narrow, as she has done in the past when it comes to racing and crazy challenges, for those moments that I might get boggly-eyed and forget to even eat or drink. Now, the course that I am going to be using for this is the 24-hour finale course. It is a legit course used every year for this event. Starting and finishing at the Terra Rossa campsite, I'll head on to the 12k loop, which has approximately 240 metres of climbing, taking in stunning woodland single track and then out into rugged open trails, diving right down near the coast before climbing back up into the hills. So, with the challenge then, to give myself a bit of a fighting chance, I am going to be syncing up a few of Garmin's extra bits and pieces to try and help use some of that battery life. I won't have maps running because it's a loop here and I know where I'm going, so that seems slightly cheaty to me, so that won't be happening. But I do have the XC200 Garmin Power Meter pedals connected. I will be connecting, of course, my heart rate strap. One, to use up some extra power, and also because it will help monitor how I'm getting on along the way. And then at night, I also have one of Garmin's lights, which will sync to the head unit as well to tell me sort of how much battery power and what modes I'm in and things like that, just to try and chip away at a few of those percentages as well.
Yes, that's what you need it for.
Oh, I forgot to do it.
I think you best. Do you want anything in to take with you for first lap, or are you just good with your...
I think I'll be all right. Thanks, darling. Just
your pink stuff.
Yeah, just drink. But remind me, obviously, to eat and drink regularly, because with it being so hot, I probably just won't.
Okay.
It's nearly time to start this epic man versus machine challenge then. There is 100% on the Garmin. How's it gonna last over the coming day? The sun is blaring and it's abnormally hot for this time of year apparently. So yesterday reached 35 degrees. That can't bode well for this. The aim of this challenge was simple. It's man versus machine. Who's gonna last longer, Garmin or me?
Don't blow your brains out on the first lap.
No, we have many laps to go.
It's endurance.
Endurance, not a sprint. Right, my darling, I'll see you in a little bit. Coming into this, expectations were mixed because I knew the Garmin had a monster of a battery already. So adding solar capabilities to that, I was like, this thing's gonna be hard going. This is gonna be a tough old ride. So I knew it was going to last a long time. I knew my own capabilities and what I could sort of mentally and physically do from past rides. So I was like, well, I know I can last a long time, but I know this thing is going to be insane. So we just have to ride and see where we end up and hope for the best. But I don't like getting beaten, especially by a machine. So the Garmin says it will last up to 70 hours. I am probably not going to last that long, and my memory definitely won't. So to help me figure out how many laps I've done and try and remind myself, I'm going to put a stone down every time I come through the pits. I've done a lap. There's the first one. Let's fire off for the second. Okay, here's a depressing thought. I've just pulled over on track because I was just curious. So on this, it says with battery saver mode on, 71 hours. If I turn battery saver mode off, 45 hours still. Ugh. I'd never done the 24-hour finale loop before, so a few hours in, I was like, all right, this is actually a pretty good loop. There's like fairly good tech to it. There's some good punchy climbs. There's some long descents, some stunning views, things like that. So it had a really good mixture. However, I knew I was going to be doing a lot of laps. So I was like, oh, well, this is still over 12K. Will it get a bit boring? Will it still have the same fun it does at the beginning? So only one way to find out on that one. Probably about 4.5 hours in. And we're doing all right. We've passed the 1,000 meters climbing mark. We're on 40K. This is a fair bit of climbing. The heat is, funnily enough, really hot. It's a different way of tackling this thing because, like I said, most stuff is point to point, timed, or against someone or something like that. This is against a machine and myself, essentially. It's my own mental will not to break. Bugger. I wondered how long it was going to be till something like this happened. Oh. Okay, I am prepared. Luckily, I've got this clever toe peak thing stashed under my saddle. So let's get fixing. Not the best space, but at least we are in the shade. Oh, come on. Whew. That's cold. Right, drama for now averted to get me back to the pits.
Do you need anything else? No double deckers, I'm afraid, but I'll find something equivalent. Bye, bye. Yeah, he's punctured, but it's fine, he's going again. He's going down the bumpy descent and he'll be 5-10 minutes, but we'll need to do a repair when he comes back.
It's 12 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. Finale Ligure's looking good. I'm feeling all right and looking good. Thanks for asking. 3 hours 45 move-in, 44K, 1,100 meters climbed. It's tough actually. I just got a puncture, which we're gonna fix now, but we're not gonna change the tire. I plugged it out on the trail and the plug's looking good. So I'm gonna cut it down, top up the sealant, pump her up and crack on, I reckon. Lap number 5, coming at you. think this is the biggest pain in the ass on the whole course, unfortunately. This big tree has fallen down. Ain't no way around it, so it's going to be many laps of crawling underneath it, but it does give my legs a bit of a break. An annoyance, but one that can't be avoided. Oh, the bike of champions, the Orbea Oise was my choice. In fact, it was actually an Oise TR. I was going to do it on my Oise XC rig, but I was like, no, we need some comfort on this because it's a long time. So I went TR, 120 front and back, one bottle cage because it was laps coming through the pits all again. And then just on it, I didn't really carry much on me because kit-wise, I went minimal for the heat. But on the bike, I had like canister, puncture plugs, like tire plugs, and then just a spare tube and a little multi-tool on there, which I did actually end up needing, obviously, because I did puncture the tyre, but otherwise it's a pretty light setup, 29, go fast, Vittoria tyres. We have passed the 50k mark. 4 hours 20 moving, 1,200 meters and 35 climbing. The sun is still shining. Yeah, we're all good. 5 laps in, feeling pretty good still. Finale Ligure is famous for its loose, rocky trails, and this delivered exactly that. It was lots of wide open, gravelly, loose kind of turns, you know, little punchy climbs, which were quite tricky to get up because it'd be like, you know, full of this kitty litter gravel, so it'd be wheel spinning. And then in the woods, it didn't get quite as rocky. There was some bit, you know, nice, so almost loamy, like rooty bits. But yeah, predominantly this place is known for its just harsh, rocky trails. And it delivered just that. She knows me well. Rich, eat some pasta, please. Love you. P.S. Eat it before chocolate. No promises can be made on that one. I reckon this could be the 7th coming up. 6th, 7th. I was just saying, it's all kind of merged, merging into one, because it's the same lap.
Monotonous.
It is slightly monotonous, but I don't really want to get beaten by a machine, so I'm going to keep going.
How is said machine doing? Now it's...
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty flipping good.
Well, you can do it.
Thank you, darling. Stupid flipping tree again. As the ride went on, I noticed the battery life was going down a little quicker than I expected. Suspecting something was up, I checked the Garmin website and rather stupidly, turning up the backlight to full during the day just wasn't necessary, as the display uses a special transflective technology, essentially reflecting sunlight back at you to light the display. Turning up to 11 and burning battery unnecessarily negated all the solar charge it was getting. Once I changed the setting accordingly so this wasn't the case, we were back in business and there was an instant pickup in battery life gained through that solar charge, much to the dismay of my legs. Right, and people, 7 laps in. So far so good, 1,700 meters of climbing, golly. Lap 8 laps, I don't know if you can see the Garmin there. Let's see how our battery's looking. 62% still. Damn you, Garmin. You're a worthy adversary, I'll give you that. Yo, how's it going? If I go on settings and go into battery saver mode, which I do not have on, battery saver mode is not on, and remember, phone synced to this, pedals are synced to it, heart rate monitor synced to it. It still says battery saver mode, 31 hours. If I turn that battery saver mode on, 50 hours.
So that's 31 more laps. And how many laps have you done already?
I've done 8 laps. It's probably not quite 31 because I think I'm a bit slower than an hour and a lap now because I'm just getting tired. So we're probably looking 25 more laps. That's a horrifying thought. Very dark. I wasn't expecting it to be this dark. And finito. Poppet has not returned, triumphant with pizzas. All right, 8 laps, 8 o'clock. Break time. We're into the darkness. Yeah, 8:05, look, and that's it. It's too dark to see in the woods now without lights. Like coming down then on that last lap was pretty sketchy. You definitely need lights now. Still on 57%, I think. And I looked on the saver mode, it's still like 30 hours, so plenty of time on it, that's for sure. But obviously there's no solar charging because it is now dark.
So you've added the light to see if you can get that number down a bit.
Yeah, I've added the light to try and rinse as many percents as possible, basically.
Feeling tired then?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not trying to get it over and done with, but trying to like give myself all the help I can. Right, after 9 laps, I was pretty tired. And that was like the beginning of the night shift then, basically. It was pitch black. So after 9 laps, I'd felt good, but I'd struggled from a bit of exhaustion during the day because, well, the heat was tough. But you switch mindsets and you're like, well, the night shift is here, the pace is slightly slower, it cools down. So you kind of just are like, I gotta keep trying. The challenge is to try and beat that pesky Garmin. But this is where the support came in from like the camera guys and Amy, really made a difference because those guys are staying up all night as well with me and making sure, I don't go mental, I don't stop drinking, I'm still eating through the night because you hit a point and you're like, oh, I should be in bed tucked up. I don't want to eat or drink Coca-Cola and stuff like that. It's counterintuitive. So that's where the support network really comes in to get you through it.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm right. I was lap numero 9, my Bino.
Can I get you anything? Do you want?
Can I have a sandwich for you, Tom? Or a bit with that pasta, that tuna pasta you made?
You want pasta?
Yeah, please. 8.5 hours I've been moving, and it's 9:30, so we've nearly been going 12 hours. So that's not bad.
It's good going. You sound quite chipper.
Yeah, but I got a bit scared in the woods a few times.
Oh, for bears?
No bears, though. Just rustling, and I was like, making that noise. 2,462 meters of climbing, and yeah, just shy of 100k. That's all right. That lap seemed quicker in the dark.
Yeah, because you had the rustling in the woods, you were probably pooping your pants. Yeah.
Thinking 4 laps time, it'll be daylight. That's how I'm looking at it. Won't it? 4 laps, an hour and a half, that's 6 hours. What's it now?
10, well, nearly 10.
Oh no, it's not daylight. 7. No, 5 laps.
Just keep chucking.
darkness falls on a big ride like this, you've got to take it a little bit steadier, because you can't see the trail. You're riding in a 6 to 8 meter ball of light in front of you. So if you try and go flat sticks like you were before, ain't gonna happen, because you can't see what's coming up on the trail. And the same with that, you're also more tired. You know, you're 8, 9, 10 hours in, and then some when you keep going through the night. So you have to rein it in, otherwise you'll have an accident or break the bike or something, making a stupid mistake. So yeah, I know that I need to back it off a touch, and the lap times would show that. There was a point at about 4 o'clock in the morning where I was like, I'm not so keen on this. I've been riding at night now for 6 hours in the proper pitch black. 3 laps or so on my own, because the guys and girls, they need a rest too, so they have a nap and stuff. So you just head out, quickly stop by the pits, have a snack, and then do the same again. It got to about 4 and I was like, so over riding at night, not properly seeing where I'm going, doing the same thing. So I didn't stop. I didn't have I didn't go mental or anything like that. But I was like, this is a tough point in the ride for sure. Yeah, feeling it. Wrists are getting a bit achy and stuff, but we're doing well. We're 122k in, 3,000 meters going up. I checked out Garmin. Obviously, we're not solar charging anymore. Now, with battery saver mode off, I've still got 20 hours to go. If I turn it on, when I had a look, it was 31. Daylight. Oh wow, welcome to the morning everybody. To be precise, 6:55 in the morning. Oh, the night was a struggle. It was all aboard the struggle bus, front row seats. I just continuous lapping, the heat even through the night. Sound like a broken record, but it's true. Just drained, very drained. And slightly more depressing, there's still 14 hours of potential battery life on this thing. I haven't got 14 hours in me. I want to make it to 24 though, but 14. What is going on with the weather now? Now we have rain to contend with. Oh, it all went Pete Tong. So with the Garmin, it was still hanging in there strong. I was lacking, and then the heavens absolutely opened for almost like the final lap of it. And did they ever open? It was such biblical rain that the poor old camera guys, they couldn't get out and film of it because it would just destroy the equipment. We were still short of like 24 hours, and I definitely wanted to make it to 24 hours. So I just bit the bullet and did a lap, and I was like, I got so wet for it. It was like running just all the way down me, and I was like, well, actually, this is well fun in the end. This is such a good laugh because it's just ridiculous. And it was still warm, despite it hammering down, and I was drenched. So I was like, enjoy it. I'd gone a bit delirious by then, I think. But it actually turned out to be a really fun lap because it was so different to all the others. most fun one yet.
What a fun lap.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was freaking all over the place.
Yeah.
Right, that was my final lap done. I need to add a stone, and I've got the perfect one. I can stay there. This one makes up for it. Right, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys shortly. With the 24-hour mark looming in sight, I really didn't want to head out for another full lap, as this meant another hour and a half of riding. So with that, a half lap would be just enough to get me to that 24-hour magic milestone and to the finish. But I didn't want to finish just anywhere. When in Finale, it would be all too rude not to head down to the beach and enjoy the sunshine. So that's exactly where I razzed it on down to. Right. There we go then, another 24 hours of very eventful riding. The weather gods at the end there threw absolutely everything they could have at us with all kinds of weather. But you know what? It's been another good challenge. So I think it's time to stop this. There we go. Get cleaned up, because this is very unpresentable. And let's check in with some numbers, some stats and some figures to see who won man versus machine. It's stat time then for all you number-hungry people out there. So on this ride, I was out and on the saddle for over 24 hours, burning 7,941 calories, with a heart rate peaking at around 175 and averaging around the 126. The Garmin had an unbelievable 11 hours of battery life left to go. But this number was only going to get bigger now, as the sun had decided to come out and the solar charging would kick back in. I'm glad I was done. That's a ginormous question. Man versus machine, me versus Garmin, who won? Well, as you saw earlier on, I pressed the stop button on the Garmin, so it definitely still had power, whereas I did not have any power. Yes, the Garmin got me, just about. It had 6% left on the battery, which is insane when you think I rode for just over 24 hours. I put every kind of setting going on that Garmin, even though at some points I was a bit silly and it didn't need it, with like the backlight running and all sorts. It got me. I was still stoked with how I did, my effort I put in, the laps I'd achieved, the time, the equipment, like everything. I don't think I could have done much more. So there was only really one way to celebrate, and that was with a lovely dip in the sea. Okay, done and dusted in Finale Ligure for now. It has been an insane challenge trying to compete with what is an incredible piece of kit, that Garmin Edge 1040 Solar. It got me, but I tell you what, why not give us a little like and a subscribe? And don't forget, leave a comment down below. Are there any other crazy challenges or events or anything else you'd like to see me tackle? Let us know. Give us a little thing in the comments down below and let me know what you thought. But for now, I'm off to ice my butt because it is numb. Catch you later, everybody. Cheers for watching.